It's 5 o'clock on this Monday evening, September 21st, 2020. Time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Monday evening, September 21st, 2020. It's 5:01 and the temperature is 64 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news at 5:01 on this Monday evening is Ruth Bader Ginsburg lying repose at Supreme Court. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court battle adds new twist to the Biden-Trump showdown ahead of a first debate. Bobcat Fire California becomes one of the largest in Los Angeles County history, whips up smoke NATO. Republicans criticize Democrats' stopgap bill designed to avoid a shutdown. At least 8.7 million Americans are at risk of losing $1,200 in stimulus checks. Trump says China must secede scheduled TikTok. Signs of an October vaccine surprise alarm scientists. New York Attorney General readies lawsuits after Trump's DOJ labels New York City anarchist jurisdiction and threatening federal funds. The conservatives praise that perfect combination of attributes for Supreme Court. Trump's own beta expected to hit Texas. COVID UK equivalence alert level moving to 4. Toxins and water blamed for deaths of hundreds of elephants in Botswana. The United Nations General Assembly will be virtual this year with Trump in a recorded UN message. 270-pound whales have been stranded in Tasmania. The race is on to save them. Airplane maker Airbus unveiled concepts on Monday for what is said to be the world's first hydrogen-powered zero-emissions commercial aircraft, which could enter service within 15 years. Get rest on World Peace Day, we face calamity and COVID-19. NATO Stoltenberg alliance must expand influence to counter China. Chinese propaganda video shows bombers attacking what looks like Guam. Japan's defense budget for the next fiscal year seeks a record $51.6 billion and includes a plan to build an electronic warfare unit as a check against China. India's Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, reopened Monday for the first time since March 17th. Chinese coffee chain Luckin Coffee Incorporated reported suspended a Taiwan-based employee after the staff member said on social media Taiwan is an independent country. Honduras is moving to the plan in the movement to Israeli embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, following the United States and other nations that have done so recently. In Mansfield, the driver of a 6-wheel dump truck escaped injury when the vehicle flipped over the side of the ramp from Interstate 495 south to Interstate 95 north early Monday morning. Seagull victim of fatal Rehoboth crash, remembered as a dedicated nurse. Tottenham community member test positive for COVID-19. Boston man directly crashed into the Holbrook cruiser, and the officer injured in the crash was taken to South Shore Hospital, and police department did not specify the extent of his injuries. Brockton region got by loss of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Land transfer paves the way for Bridgewater Fire Training Center. And Brockton High grad trains for second Paralympics. Video mourns real life Wonder Woman, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. A Herculean effort as some Boston students won't start hybrid learning until November into a back-to-school plan. Dave & Buster's planned mass layoffs may be looking at bankruptcy. Why the downtime as Ginsburg replacement battle amplifies election jitters and uncertainty over stimulus. Nicola's chairman steps down, stock crashes fall, allegations of fraud. HSBC, AP Morgan, Stanchart, and others proceeded trillions of dollars of transactions despite concerns over potential crimes, report said. General Electric Industry Giant will stop building coal-fired power plants. Look at that stock today out, down 617.07 at 2740.35. S&P 5 down 30.41 at 3281.06 and Nasdaq down 14.48 at 10778.80. Arctic sea ice shrinks to near record low extent. Rosetta spacecraft detects unexpected ultraviolet error at a comet. Venus is a wretched planet, Kremlin top scientist claims. CDC abruptly removed guidance about airborne COVID-19 transmission, says update was posted in error. WHO says no change to COVID-19 transmission guidance. And unprintable pandemic takes a terrible toll. Peter Children's time is 5:06. Sports time at 5:06. Morning outside kick, angry fans, and the Falcons' next games. Changes. Saquon Barkley, remember why confirms torn ACL and will undergo surgery. And 78's message around, you would not win Finals MVP over Anthony Davis. And Cortland Sutton would miss remainder 2020 season. Drew Lock at multiple weeks. Peter Children's time, 5:06. Time now for Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep beep on the MBTA subway system. Looking good, commuter rail. Worcester Line train 7519 4:15 p.m. from South Station is operating 10-15 minutes basket between Auburndale and Worcester due to train traffic, and Worcester Line train 517 3:30 p.m. from South Station is now operating near schedule between West Natick and Worcester. And the fares are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways of New England this beautiful Monday afternoon. In Rhode Island, 95, a little bit slow between Pawtucket and Providence, and Jamestown, Newport, Mount Up, and Sycamore Ridge are looking good. 146 on both ends, backbound Salzer Road and North Smith, Rhode Island. 95, southbound side, Little Sword, Bond Street at Norwood. 24, southbound south to 128 Kent to 9 and 139 out in the Stoughton area. And then hit Prescott around 495 with Bridgewater due to an earlier accident. 3 then southbound side, Little Sword and Braintree split, but Route 3 looking good from Braintree down to Plymouth. And 44. Westbound side, a little bit slow around the Carver area before Route 58, and Route 1 on the northbound side, a little bit slow around the Tobin Bridge area in Charlestown. Route 2 westbound side, a little bit slow between Fort Jefferson and on the Pittsburgh, and Route 2 southbound side, so the Leominster stretch, and 128, tad bit slow around Route 3 in Burlington. 389, 395, looking good from 120 to New Hampshire border. 485, looking good from Amesbury all the way down to Bourne. And Central Massachusetts, 395, a little bit slow in the Oxford stretch. And Central to Western Mass highways are looking good. Merritt Parkway, eastbound side, Little Slow, Westport, Connecticut. 95, northbound side, Little Slow between Greenwich down to Bridgeport, Connecticut. And 95, southbound side, so New Haven down to Bridgeport, Connecticut. And up in northern New England, it's looking good in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Except the 93, southbound side, a little bit slow around Route 89 in Cork, New Hampshire. Peter Children's time, 5:08. Time now for weather report. The latest on Teddy, 5 p.m. advisory, 90 p.m. mile per hour winds, minimum set pressure 958 miles. Latest on Hurricane Teddy, 90 mile per hour winds and minimum set pressure 958 millibars. Located at 33.2 to the north, 62.0 to the west, and movement north at 23 miles an hour. The latest on Teddy, it's expected to transition to a powerful post-tropical cyclone as it moves near or over portions of Atlantic Canada late Tuesday, Thursday, where direct impacts of wind, rain, and storm surge are expected, and tropical storm watches and warnings are in effect from portions of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland. Very large swells produced by Teddy are expected to affect portions of Bermuda, the Leeward Islands, and the Greater Antilles, the Bahamas, the east coast of the United States, and Atlantic Canada during the next 3 days. And these swells are expected to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions and heavy rainfall across Atlantic Canada expected with Teddy between Tuesday and Thursday after it becomes a strong post-tropical cyclone. And now Beta. 45 mile per hour winds, 999 millibars, 20.2 to the north, 96.1 in the west, and moving north for 5 miles an hour. Expected slow motion of Beta will produce a long duration rainfall event from the middle Texas coast to southeast Louisiana, French and urban and minor river flooding. This likely rainfall walls would be spread northward in the Ocklatex region and east to the Lower Mississippi Valley and portions of the southeastern. But the end of the weekend, flash urban and isolated minor river flooding is possible. There'll be a danger of life-threatening storm surge near times of high tide, but Tuesday along portions of the Texas and Louisiana coast where the storm surge warning areas and residents in these areas should follow advice given by local officials. And tropical storm force winds that spread westward across the Texas coast later this week and continue Tuesday. Okay. Surface on 1, post-tropical cyclone Paula is located at the eastern Atlantic Ocean about 350 miles south of the Azores. Shot the zones has increased and become better organized today. And low could become a tropical cyclone later today or tonight while the system moves eastward at 10 to 15 miles an hour. For more information about marine answers associated with the system, see IFC forecast station by Mateo France. And formation chance to 40 hours, high 80%. Formation chance to 5 days, high 80%. And service number 2. Concentrated area shots and thunderstorms located over the southeastern Florida, the central Bahamas, and straight to Florida, searching with a frontal system. And this service is forecast to continue moving southward over the central western Cuba during the next couple of days, and then move back northward on Thursday for Saturday. As upper level winds are expected to become marginally conductive for development by Thursday and Friday when the system is forecast to approach the Florida Keys in South Florida. Regardless of development, locally rainfall can be expected across portions of the extreme southeastern Florida and the Florida Keys this afternoon and tonight, and over western Cuba as Tuesday and Wednesday. For more information and disturbance, see forecast product issued by your local National Meteorological Service. And for May stretches to 40 hours, low near 0%. For May stretches for 5 days, 20%. Meanwhile, closer to home, another beautiful day in the weather department. Nice fall-like day, and tomorrow will be more than the same, as it'll be cool and normal temperatures continue tonight and Tuesday. A warmer trend falls, but the weekend with about normal temperatures for much of the time, and Hurricane Teddy will pass well east of our coastline on Tuesday as it heads toward the Canadian Maritimes. While we remain dry, it'll bring a period of strong winds along the coast of Manitoba, so flooding and some beach erosion will also occur during Tuesday afternoon and early evening night time, and otherwise the prolonged period of dry weather continues right about the weekend. Partial cold front may bring some showers next Monday. Near-term forecast cool and a normal conditions should continue with dry weather. Another frost advisory for much of the interior. And gusty winds run Cape Cod Islands and should see gusts picking up across the rest of the coast run or after midnight. And range rains in the place over the eastern Great Lakes and the Quebec and Troll will be in the hurricane today will be the south face of the Cape Islands and the surface high will remain planted over the northern New England and the eastern Great Lakes. And a fairly similar setup to the past couple of days, but the pressure greater really tightens up late tonight as Hurricane today interact with the 12 offshore. Western increase of 1535 knots, range along the immediate coastline toward daybreak and laying heavily on the latest ARW and MM and guidance to do this. And then Texas starts to get into the wind advisory level, gets toward daybreak. So I've continued the advisory. And expecting skies to remain clear with light winds across the interior with this will offer strong rain should go lower to temperatures in the 10% of guidance, and this results in widespread lows in the 30s, with few localized spots in the northwest Massachusetts and the upper 20s. And anticipating widespread frost once again, so I've issued a frost advisory in areas which the growing season is still going on, and temperatures will be at the below 36 degrees. The coastal air temperatures fall to 40s and low 50s. And right now, around the region, temperatures in the 60s for much of the region, except the 59-degree region in Blue Hill and 37 Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Okay. We have fire weather watch from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Tuesday. North winds western areas of 10 to 15 miles an hour gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, and eastern areas of 15 to 30 miles an hour gusts up to 30 to 45 miles an hour, and rain from 20 to 35%, and dry conditions over the interior, and 60s to low 70s, and dry weather gusty winds will result in critical fire weather conditions, and frost advisory temperatures low 35 will result in frost formation in Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut, Taunton, Connecticut, and Windsor, Connecticut counties, and Massachusetts, Northern and Worcester, Massachusetts, and Central Middlesex, Massachusetts, Western Essex, Massachusetts, and Western Hampton, Massachusetts, Suffolk, Worcester, Massachusetts, Western Norfolk, Massachusetts, and Northern Bristol, Massachusetts counties from 1 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday. Frost could kill sensitive outdoor vegetation left uncovered. All right, forecast goes like this. For tonight's gonna be clear and cool with a low 36 degrees and with about 3 to 8 miles an hour for Tuesday. Most of that's got about 68 degrees, north with about 9 to 15 miles an hour, because that's 29 miles an hour for Tuesday night. Partly got about 31 degrees, north with about 7 to 10 miles an hour for Wednesday. South got about 78, low 54 degrees, north with about 8 miles an hour for Thursday. South got about 79, low 56 degrees, west with about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Friday. Will be most of South got about 76 and a low 53. Calm wind coming in east around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Saturday, most of South got about 75, low 55 degrees, calm wind coming south around 6 miles an hour in the afternoon. Sunday, most of the south got about 75 degrees, calm wind coming south around 5 to 8 miles an hour in the morning, and a low 58. And for Monday, just the showers, but the south about 84 degrees, south with about 5 to 9 miles an hour, just based at 40%. Right now, north and it's 60 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. That's me for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on September 21st, 2020 on Monday evening. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good evening. Goodbye. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock for a 10 o'clock report. Hope you have a good evening.